Have you ever wondered why we make the decisions we do, or what influences our behaviors? The human mind, a complex and intricate web of thoughts and emotions, is a fascinating field that has intrigued scholars for centuries. It's a labyrinth of cognitive processes, emotional responses, and behavioral patterns that define who we are and how we interact with the world around us. As we venture into this labyrinth, we stumble upon a multitude of questions. Why do we act the way we do? How do our thoughts shape our reality? How do our emotions influence our decisions? These questions, though complex, are crucial in understanding the human psyche and its intricate web of behaviors. In our quest to unravel this mystery, we turn to the wisdom of several influential psychology books. Each book, a treasure trove of insights, delves into a unique aspect of human behavior and decision-making. From understanding the dual process of thinking in Thinking, Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, to exploring the pursuit of meaning in Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl, each book offers a fresh perspective on the human mind. We will navigate the power of persuasion with Robert B. Cialdini's Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion, delve into the impact of habits as explored in The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, and understand the strength of grit and perseverance in Angela Duckworth's Grit, the Power of Passion and Perseverance. We'll discuss what truly motivates us as described in Daniel H. Pink's Drive, the Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us. Take a curious journey with Oliver Sacks in The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat. Appreciate the power of introverts with Susan Cain's Quiet, the power of introverts in a world that can't stop talking. Explore the psychology of optimal experience in Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's Flow, and uncover the hidden forces that shape our decisions in Dan Ariely's Predictably Irrational. As we delve into these fascinating books, we will unravel the complex tapestry of human behavior and decision-making. So let's embark on this enlightening journey together as we explore the intricate web of human behavior. Let us start with Thinking, Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Inside our minds, two systems are constantly at work, shaping our thoughts and decisions. System 1 is like the hare of Aesop's fable, quick, intuitive, and often driven by emotions. It's the part of us that reacts instinctively, without pausing to ponder over the whys and hows. On the other hand, System 2 is the tortoise, slow, deliberate, and analytical. It kicks in when we engage in complex problem-solving or critical thinking. It's the rational part of our mind that carefully weighs options and considers consequences. However, these two systems don't always agree. Sometimes, System 1 jumps to conclusions, while System 2 is left in the dust, trying to catch up and make sense of things. This discord can lead to irrational decisions and cognitive biases. Understanding this dual process can shed light on why we sometimes make irrational decisions. Next, we turn to Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. This profound book delves into the heart of human existence. Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, posits that life is not primarily a quest for pleasure or power, but a quest for meaning. He suggests that meaning can be found in three ways: through suffering, through taking responsibility, and through love. In the face of suffering, Frankl argues that we have the ability to find a why, a purpose that gives our pain significance and allows us to endure. By taking responsibility, we acknowledge our role in shaping our own lives, and in doing so find a sense of purpose. And through love, we find meaning in caring deeply for others. These principles can guide our decision-making, reminding us that even in the darkest moments, we can seek out meaning. Frankl teaches us that even in the face of adversity, we have the power to choose our attitude and find meaning. Let's now explore Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion by Robert B. Cialdini, a striking work that delves into the heart of how we can be swayed. Cialdini identifies 6 key principles of persuasion: reciprocity, commitment and consistency, social proof, authority, liking, and scarcity. Each principle plays a unique role. Reciprocity, for instance, is our inherent desire to return a favor. Commitment and consistency, on the other hand, tap into our desire to be seen as reliable and dependable. Social proof is our tendency to look to others for guidance, while authority and liking influence us based on our respect for or affinity towards certain individuals. And lastly, scarcity, the principle that makes us want things more if they're in short supply. These principles subtly shape our decision-making processes, often without us even realizing it. Understanding them gives us the power to recognize when we're being influenced. Armed with this knowledge, we can be more aware of the outside influences that sway our decisions. Moving on to The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. This illuminating book introduces us to the concept of the habit loop, a three-part process that our brains undergo subconsciously. First, there's the cue, a trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode. Then comes the routine, which can be physical, mental, or emotional. Finally, the reward, which helps your brain figure out if this particular loop is worth remembering for the future. Understanding this process is essential in changing our habits. If we can identify the cues and rewards associated with our habits, we can start to change the routines in between. For instance, if you find yourself reaching for a chocolate bar every afternoon, maybe the cue is hunger, the routine is eating chocolate, and the reward is feeling satiated. By replacing the chocolate with a healthier snack, you can maintain the same cue and reward, but change the routine. By understanding our habit loops, we can start to break bad habits and form new, healthier ones. Now, we delve into Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth. This enriching piece of work sheds light on the profound concept of grit. But what exactly is grit? It's the unyielding determination that keeps us going, even when the going gets tough. It's the relentless pursuit of our long-term goals, irrespective of the hurdles that come our way. According to Duckworth, grit is a blend of passion and perseverance. It's about having an enduring interest in the tasks we undertake and sticking with them, even when progress seems slow. Grit is about not giving up, even when faced with roadblocks and setbacks. It's about maintaining a positive mindset and focusing on the bigger picture. But it's not just about hard work, it's about consistency over time. You see, grit is about resilience. It's about bouncing back from failures and disappointments. And most importantly, it's about not losing sight of your goals. Grit is not just about hard work, but about persistence in the face of challenges. Finally, we turn to Drive, the Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us by Daniel H. Pink. Pink challenges traditional ideas about what fuels us, pointing towards intrinsic motivation, the drive that comes from within. This type of motivation, he argues, is not about pursuing rewards or avoiding punishments, but about engaging in activities because they are inherently satisfying and fulfilling. We've all experienced this, haven't we? Those moments when we're so absorbed in a task that time seems to stand still. That's intrinsic motivation at work, leading us towards more creative and satisfying outcomes. Pink suggests that when we tap into this powerful source of motivation, we can unlock greater potential in our personal and professional lives. So what's the key to cultivating intrinsic motivation? It's about autonomy, mastery, and purpose. We need the freedom to direct our own lives, the desire to get better at what we do, and the yearning to contribute to something larger than ourselves. When we understand what truly motivates us, we can align our actions to our personal values and passions. Having journeyed through these influential books, let's recap the key insights. We begin with Thinking Fast and Slow. This gem from Kahneman teaches us that our minds operate in two systems, one fast and intuitive, the other slow and deliberate. Recognizing this can help us make better decisions, avoiding knee-jerk reactions in favor of thoughtful analysis. Next, Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning tells us that the pursuit of purpose and meaning, not pleasure, is what truly drives us. By finding meaning in our struggles, we can overcome adversity and live a fulfilling life. In Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion, Robert Cialdini highlights the 6 principles of persuasion. Understanding these principles can enable us to resist manipulation and use influence ethically to achieve positive outcomes. Charles Duhigg's The Power of Habit underscores that our habits shape our lives. By identifying and transforming our habits, we can change our lives for the better. Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth teaches us that perseverance and sustained effort, not talent alone, lead to achievement. Cultivating grit can help us reach our long-term goals. In Drive, the Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us, Daniel Pink emphasizes that intrinsic motivation, driven by autonomy, mastery, and purpose, is more powerful than external rewards. Oliver Sacks's The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat reminds us of the fascinating complexity of the human mind. It encourages us to appreciate the diversity of human experiences and perspectives. Susan Cain's Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, champions the strengths and contributions of introverts. It teaches us to value different personality types and their unique ways of interacting with the world. Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi shows us that deep engagement in enjoyable activities leads to a state of flow, which is key to happiness. Finally, Dan Ariely's Predictably Irrational exposes the irrational tendencies in our decision-making. By recognizing these tendencies, we can make smarter choices. Understanding these principles of psychology can help us navigate our own behaviors and decisions, leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. For more detailed insights, click the link in the description to explore these books further.